Hi, in this video, you'll learn how the branch block works in Reteno workflows. We'll cover why you need it, how to configure it, and what possibilities it unlocks. The branch block lets you define multiple alternative paths in a single workflow. Instead of creating a long chain of condition blocks, use one block with branches. The system evaluates branches from top to bottom and routes the contact through the first branch whose rule is valid. This keeps complex logic clear, compact, and easy to maintain. Now let's see what advantages this block gives. First, more order. Replace long chains of conditions with a single block to control the workflows running. Second, it's simpler to review. All rules are visible simultaneously, so there's no need to open many blocks and remember details. And third, easy editing. Now, let's gradually move on to configuration. First, we will look at general steps, and then we'll examine working with contact fields and event parameters separately. Setting up branching rules. First, open or create a workflow in automation workflows. Next, drag the branch block onto the workflow canvas, connecting it to the previous block. In the third step, configure the branches using either a contact field or the start events parameters. Please note that the icons in the interface help you quickly recognize the rule type. Option 1, branching by contact field. To configure the branching by a contact field, select the field itself, then choose an operator and specify the value. Now, let's look at an example of a ready-made workflow using a contact field. In this workflow, we have used the goal contact field. The system checks what value is specified for the contact and, depending on this, routes them along a specific branch. First branch, if the contact's goal is weight loss, they will receive calorie burning programs, nutrition basics, and an intro meal plan. Second branch, if the goal is muscle gain, the contact will see the progressive strength program, equipment tips, and protein targets. Third branch, if the value is heart health, the system will send the cardio foundation plan, low impact routines, and weekly HRBP reminders. Fallback branch. If the contact does not meet any of the first, second, or third conditions, they receive a standard option. This can be the balanced starter track and pick your goal prompt. This example shows how the same workflow adapts to different user categories. If the system has not detected any interest, something universal is offered. Option 2, branching by start event parameter. In this case, the rules in the branches are built not on a contact field, but on a parameter of the event that launched the workflow. For example, a parameter for the subscription type segment. Let's see how this works in practice. First branch. If the subscription type is premium, the contact receives onboarding for premium, unlock features, set goals, sync trackers. Second branch. If the subscription type is standard, the system sends the standard onboarding chain and a gentle upsell to annual. Third branch. If the subscription type is trial, the client starts the trial activation journey. Feature tour, value milestones, time left reminders. If none of the conditions work, the contact goes to the fallback branch and receives generic onboarding with the pick your plan prompt. This basic scenario ensures that no user is left without communication. Thus, the start event parameter allows you to respond dynamically to the context, so each user receives the most relevant message. How the AND and OR rules work. A rule card is a set of conditions connected with AND. This means all conditions in the card must be met simultaneously to be considered valid. For example, a card may specify gender as female and age as over 25. The card will trigger only if both conditions are met. An OR group is several rule cards combined with OR. That is, at least one card must be valid for the entire branch of conditions to work. For example, the first card specifies the subscription type and the second specifies the goal. If either of these cards is met, the branch is considered valid. A branch of conditions is the entire construction of one or more cards. One branch can have several cards that are checked as alternative options. A branch is true if at least one card in this group is valid. The branch is false if at least one condition is not met in all cards. Remember a simple rule. And inside a card joins conditions, or between cards combines them as alternative sets of rules. The created branches can be duplicated, deleted, and renamed. If you activate the Show Branch Label switch, its name will be displayed on the workflow canvas. So, with the and or rules, you create flexible logic, and the tools for duplicating, renaming, or deleting help you quickly manage the branches. The branch block helps create smart workflows with multiple development paths. Use it to make your campaigns more logical and more relevant for users. Thank you for watching. See you next time.